My name is Nina. I am 22 years old.
I live in New York City.
I work at a small coffee shop near my home. Every day is the same. Wake up, go to work, come back home, sleep. Nothing exciting happens in my life. But one Friday, something very special happened.
That morning, I woke up with a terrible headache. My head felt heavy.
The pain was strong.
I could not go to work. I called my boss. I am sick today.
I said, "Go see a doctor," he told me. I did not want to. I always feel afraid of doctors. They usually give bad news, but the pain was too much. So I decided to go to the hospital. Many people were walking in and out of the hospital.
I felt nervous. My hands were shaking.
Inside, a lady at the front desk asked me, "How can I help you?"
I said, "My head hurts."
"I want to see a doctor." She gave me a paper and said, "Fill out this form." I sat in the waiting room. There were many people waiting. After 1 hour, a nurse called my name, Nina Parker.
I stood up.
The nurse said, "Follow me." We walked down a long hallway. Then she said, "The doctor will see you in room number 5. I went into the room. There was a bed with white sheets and a chair.
After a few minutes, the door opened. A young man walked in.
He was tall with dark hair and very handsome. He said, "Hello, I am Dr. Thomas Wilson." My heart began to beat fast, not because of fear, but because he was the most handsome man I had ever seen. "What is the problem today?" he asked.
I said, "My head hurts." He sat down close to me.
"When did the pain start?" he asked. "This morning," I said. He checked my blood pressure. He looked into my eyes. His face was very close to mine.
I felt nervous, he said.
"Everything looks normal.
I think it is only a tension headache, not serious.
Drink more water and rest."
He gave me some medicine. I said, "Thank you, doctor." He said, "You are welcome, Nina." I left the hospital.
My head already felt better, but my heart was not normal.
I could not stop thinking about him.
3 days later, my headache was gone, but I still thought about him every day. I wanted to see him again. 1 week later, I made a plan. I would go back to the hospital.
I would say my headache was still bad.
It was not true, but I wanted to see him. I put on my best green dress, the same color as his eyes.
I wanted to look beautiful.
At the hospital, I told the front desk, "I need to see Dr. Wilson again." She asked, "Is your headache still bad?" "Yes, very bad. I'll lead." She made an appointment. I waited. The nurse took me to room number 5 again. "The doctor will be here soon," she said. When Dr. Wilson walked in, my heart stopped.
"Nah," he said. "How are you feeling?" "Not good." I said, "The headache is still there."
He looked worried. He checked me again. Everything was normal. Then I looked at him. I wanted to tell him the truth.
I said, "Dr. Wilson, I have to say something." He looked at me.
"Yes," he asked.
I said, my headache is actually gone."
"It got better days ago." He looked surprised. "Then why did you come back?" he asked. I took a deep breath.
I was so scared.
"But I could not keep it inside," I said.
"'Cause I wanted to see you again."
He looked at me for a moment.
I thought he would be angry.
I thought he would say, "No, this is wrong." But instead, he gave a small smile.
"Nah," he said.
"I'm glad you came back." My heart jumped.
I said, "Dr. Wilson, can I ask you something?"
He said, "Yes, of course." I felt my whole body shaking, but I said it. "Would you like to go for coffee with me?" He looked very surprised. He did not speak. My face turned red.
I thought, oh no, he will be angry. He will say no. I almost wanted to run away, but then he smiled again.
He said one simple word. Yes, I could not believe it. It was the answer I wanted, but I never thought he would say it. That evening, we went for coffee together. We talked for hours. He told me about his life, his family, and his dreams. I told him about mine. He was not only handsome, he was kind, funny, and smart. From that night, we saw each other every day. We went for walks, we watched movies, we cooked dinner together. 3 months later, he told me he loved me. Nah, he said, "I love you. I've loved you since the first day." I said, "I love you too." 6 months later, he asked me to marry him. He proposed in the same hospital room where we first met.
"Nina, will you marry me?"
he asked on one knee.
I cried and laughed. "Yes," I said. "Now we are married."
We live in a small house with a garden. He still works at the hospital. I opened my own bakery. Every morning I wake up next to him and smile. Sometimes the best things happen when you are not afraid to ask. Be brave to follow your heart. It might lead you to true happiness.
This is my story.
This is how I met my husband. If you like this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.